I think I'm losing my wife to gaming, and I don't know what to do. Hey Reddit, I don't usually post stuff like this, but I really don't know where else to turn. My wife, let's call her Sarah, has always enjoyed playing video games, but lately, it's become different. What used to be a casual hobby is now all-consuming, and it feels like I'm losing her to this virtual world. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out. We've been married for 5 years, and while we've had our ups and downs like any couple, things were generally good. Recently though, Sarah has been playing this one game, a multiplayer fantasy RPG that she got really into a few months ago. At first, I didn't mind. It was her way of relaxing after work, and I'd watch Netflix or play my own games while she was busy. But over the past few weeks, it's like gaming has taken over everything. She's spending all her free time in the game. We barely talk anymore, and when we do, it's about what happened in her latest dungeon or raid. She's staying up all night, barely getting any sleep, and it's starting to affect her work and our relationship. I've tried talking to her, but she just says I'm overreacting and that it's just her way of de-stressing. But it's more than that. She used to be really affectionate, and now is like I'm invisible. It hurts. I feel like I'm competing with something I can't even understand, and I'm losing. I'm not against gaming. I play too, but this feels different. I miss the person I married. I don't know what to do or how to help. Am I crazy for feeling this way? Any advice would be really appreciated. Update, it's getting worse and I'm scared. Hey Reddit. I wanted to thank everyone for the advice and support in my last post. I wish I could say things have improved, but they haven't. In fact, they've gotten worse. A lot worse. After reading through your comments, I tried to have another serious talk with Sarah about how her gaming was affecting our relationship. I didn't want to come off as controlling or accusing her of doing something wrong. So I framed it as how I miss spending time with her. I told her how I feel like we're drifting apart, and that I just wanted us to find a balance. But it didn't go well. She got really defensive, saying that this game is the only thing that makes her happy right now. She said it's how she connects with her online friends, and that I don't understand how important it is to her. I asked if she could try to cut back a bit, maybe have a couple of nights where it's just us. She just looked at me and said, "This is who I am now, you have to accept it." That hit me hard. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I'm starting to feel like I don't even know her anymore. She's more invested in these virtual relationships than she is with me. She's staying up even later now, sometimes all night, and when I wake up for work, she's still at her computer. We used to have breakfast together, but now I'm eating alone while she sleeps through the day. The worst part is that I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm not enough for her anymore. I've tried everything I can think of, suggesting date nights, planning trips, even offering to game with her, but nothing seems to matter. I don't know how much longer I can handle this, but I'm scared of where this is headed. I'll keep you all updated, but honestly, I don't know if there's much hope left. Update 2, we're barely talking anymore. Hey Reddit, I'm back with another update. I wish I could tell you things have improved, but they haven't. In fact, I feel like Sarah and I are just existing in the same house at this point. We barely talk, and when we do, it's like she's only half listening, her mind somewhere else, probably still in the game. She's spending almost every waking moment online. At this point, I've stopped trying to get her to hang out with me. I know it sounds like I'm giving up, but every time I try, I get shut down or brushed off. She'll say things like, "I'll be there in a minute," or "Let me just finish this quest," but those minutes turn into hours. And eventually, I just give up waiting. It feels like she's slipping further into this virtual world, and I'm standing on the outside, helpless. We used to laugh together, binge-watch shows, cook dinner as a team. Now, the house is eerily quiet. She's either gaming with her headphones on, or sleeping during the day. I've tried to stay patient, but every day it's like I lose a little more of her. I found out recently that she's been joining voice chats with her gaming group late into the night. They seem to be her main source of connection now. I don't know if I'm being paranoid, but I feel like these online friendships are replacing what we used to have. I asked her once who she talks to in those chats, and she got really defensive, like I was accusing her of something. Maybe I am. I don't know anymore. I just feel so disconnected from her. And I don't even know if she realizes how far gone things are between us. I'm honestly feeling lost. I don't know if there's anything left I can do. Part of me is still holding out hope that she'll wake up one day and realize what this is doing to us. But every passing day makes that hope fade. I feel more alone than I've ever felt, even with her just a room away. Not sure where to go from here. Update: she's gone and I don't think she's coming back. I never thought it would come to this, but I guess deep down, I knew where things were headed. Sarah is gone. Not physically, she's still here in the house, but emotionally, mentally, she's somewhere else entirely. And I think I've finally accepted that I can't bring her back. A few days ago, I hit my breaking point. I hadn't seen her in over 24 hours, and when I walked into the room, she was still sitting there, glued to her screen, headset on, laughing with people I'll never know. She didn't even notice me at first. I stood there waiting for her to turn around, waiting for some kind of acknowledgement that I was still a part of her life. But nothing. I finally said her name. Just once. Quietly. She paused for a second, glanced over at me like I was an interruption. Like I wasn't her husband. Just someone in the way. I told her I couldn't do this anymore, that I missed her, that I needed her. I practically begged. And all she said was, "I can't talk right now. I'm in the middle of something." That's when it hit me. This wasn't a phase. This wasn't just gaming. It was a new reality for her, and I wasn't a part of it anymore. I walked out of the room, and she didn't follow. She didn't even call after me. That was the last time I tried. Since then, we've been like strangers living in the same house. She barely leaves her computer. I come home from work, eat dinner alone, sleep in the guest room. It's like I'm watching the person I love slowly disappear in front of me, and I can't do anything about it. The other night, I sat outside her room, just listening to her laugh and talk with those people. I realized then that she's happy. Happier than she's been with me in a long time. It broke me. It's like she's found a new life, a new world, and I'm just a relic of her old one. I don't know when she stopped needing me, but I think it's been longer than I'd like to admit. I don't have the strength to keep fighting for someone who isn't even fighting for us. I don't know where we go from here, but it feels like the end. Maybe she'll realize what she's lost, or maybe she won't. Either way, I'm letting go. I have to. Final update. She left, and it's over. Hey Reddit, this will be the last time I post about Sarah. I've tried to put into words how things ended, but honestly, I never thought it would get this far. I guess I have to face the truth now. Sarah's gone. And this time, I mean physically. A couple of days ago I came home from work to find the house quiet. Eerily quiet. Usually, I'd hear the soft hum of her computer, the clicking of her mouse, or her voice chatting with her online friends. But this time, nothing. I walked into her room, and it was empty. Her setup was still there, the screen flickering with the paused game. But she wasn't. I thought maybe she'd stepped out, so I checked the rest of the house. Nothing. Then I saw it, the note. A single piece of paper, folded neatly on her desk. My hands were shaking when I picked it up. I already knew what it was before I even opened it. Inside, it was short, almost cold. "I'm sorry, but I can't do this anymore. I need to figure out who I am, and this isn't where I belong. Please don't try to find me. I hope one day you can understand, Sarah." Sarah. That was it. After years of marriage, all those memories, all those moments, we were reduced to a few cold sentences. I don't know where she went, and honestly, I don't think I'll ever know. Maybe she's with someone from her game. Maybe she's chasing something in the real world she thinks she'll find outside of us. The thing that hurts the most is that she didn't even try to fix it. I was right there, willing to fight for us, but she had already made up her mind. I wasn't enough, and I couldn't compete with the world she found in that game. I spent the last few nights sitting in her empty room, staring at her computer, still logged into the game she couldn't leave. It felt like a metaphor for everything. She's moved on, but I'm still stuck here, trapped in the shell of what we used to be. It's hard to explain how lost I feel. I've lost more than just my wife. I've lost my best friend, my partner, The person I thought I'd grow old with. And now all I have left is this emptiness, this quiet house, and a future that feels like it's been torn away from me. I don't know where to go from here. I guess I'll start over one day at a time, trying to pick up the pieces of a life that isn't the one I thought I'd have. But for now, I just need to get through the next hour, and the one after that. Goodbye, Sarah. I hope wherever you are, you find what you're looking for. I just wish you could have found it here with me.